Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking all the way through the 1981 Ask Susan B. Anthony dollar. We're going to be talking about both the proofs and sort of the business strike like you see here. This is a key date coin for this series, especially in better condition, but we're going to be talking about the ones basically that are worth more than the rest.
This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live stream auctions and shopping app that I frequently sell coins and collectibles on. My link at the top of the description gives you $15 off your first order when you sign up through it, so definitely check that out. Plus, it's a great way to support my channel since any buy that you make with a new account gives me a nice bonus too. Hope to see you on some of those auctions. Let's get into the video.
A brief history, so 1979 to 1981, and then again in 1999 was when these were being struck, but almost all of them were struck in 1979. Huge decreases in the 2 years following that because they were just really not very popular coins. They were designed to be a cost-effective way as they would hang around in circulation longer than like having to reprint a bunch of paper $1 notes, to use arcade machines, coin machines, and just be, an easy way of doing commerce. A lot of other countries have the $1 coins, or, €1, whatever it is, £1, but they really didn't catch on. They were confused with quarters. People hoarded them thinking that they were rare when in fact they really weren't, though this date sort of is an exception. I'll talk about it a little bit, but the other significant thing is that Susan B. Anthony, she's the first U.S. citizen woman to be featured on a U.S. coin, the first being an 1893 Queen Isabella II of Spain. But the 1981, there's also some proof coins. We'll get into that in a moment, but this is the third lowest business strike mintage in the series. All the 1981s had far fewer, but this is the key date in better condition. So for whatever reason, a lot of these either got released into circulation or just had a lot of imperfections, a lot of abrasions and contact marks. So mint state 66, these coins are really rare. Normally it takes until 67 or sometimes even higher than that for Susan B. Anthony's to get valuable. There's only 1 in 66 plus and 3 in 67. Again, most have over 100. So this is the real conditional key of this whole series. In good, when there's very little marks, it's going to be the high points of the cheek and the hair, as well as in the fields. If it's blemish free with this sort of toning, this is a $4,000 coin that you're looking at, and most dealers view these as being worth $1. So it's a very conceivable argument if you can find these and cherry pick them. It's going to be tough to do, but in mint state 66, those are automatically like a $400 coin. There's 3.492 million made. That's a pretty small mintage, but since everybody hoarded them basically, there's still a fair amount out there. But yeah, for whatever reason, just those higher condition ones are good to go after. There's a few to be aware of that are not, and then we'll talk about proofs. Like this obverse clad layer missing, they would do a central copper layer and then the clad on either side, but sometimes that would become unbonded from the main planchet, so this would be a $285 error as that one layer was missing on the front. Here, this is not 1981S, but an off-center coin. This sold for $720, so still good to be looking. You're probably not going to find this, but every once in a while something turns up. And then this is a straight clip. That's what this is known as. Basically, it was struck on either the side or an end. The planchets were struck out of a planchet blank, like a sheet of metal that had the layers bonded together and struck, the side or the one of the ends, and that was a $1,200 coin. The last thing to note is there is some cherry picking ability. The 1981S, there's two mint mark styles. There's the first, which is on the left. That's not quite as rare, and then the one on the right can be rare, very rare, and quite valuable. You want to look for sort of circular center loops as well as large serifs, so the sort of ends of the coin. Here, it sort of blends in with the main part of the coin. On the right, you've got a pretty valuable thing on your hands if you see these sort of clearly delineated centers that are circular as opposed to oval, and then the larger, again, serifs where it appears like the center and that the thin part, there is a thin part in the center of the S as opposed to here where it stays pretty consistent. These are like $75 coins in the type 2, just if you've got them in a set, or like $50, $75. If it gets to proof 70, then that's like a $400 coin. Proof 70 coins, on the other hand, are still like $65 if they're the normal serif, but that's going to be pretty challenging to find. You're going to want to be careful about assuming that things are proof 70 because there's not a lot of margin for error if you miss when certifying, because the proof 69 deep cameo is so plentiful, and there's no bonus. All of these coins are deep cameo struck, so there's not even sort of incentive to be able to get the deep cam designation. So I would just recommend cherry pick all the sets for the type 2, and that's going to carry over into the other proof coins. Look for mint errors, but then also really keep an eye out for any uncirculated 1981S coins.
Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.